Good morning. It is Thursday the 5th of June and I'm just in the middle of packing and getting ready to go to Paris. We are leaving at 3:30. We thought we were going to be leaving at 12 or 12:30, and then yesterday randomly got an email from Eurostar saying our train was cancelled. So slight panic. Can we get on another train? Happily we could. So the train's leaving at 3:30. It's a bit of a drag because it means we won't get into Paris till about 7. Probably won't get to the hotel till 8, but it's fine. We'll still have time to go out for dinner, which will be lovely. And then we'll spend the whole of Friday there, the whole of Saturday there. So plenty of time to do some nice things and of course go to Sephora. So I've got to make up my mind what clothes I'm taking and wearing, and also what makeup. I'm going to keep it as simple as I possibly can. And I'm thinking about, in terms of clothes, just a sort of black and white or black and cream aesthetic, because it just makes it so much easier, particularly as it appears it's going to be raining the whole time virtually that we're there, or maybe not the whole time, but quite a lot of the time. So we do need to think about footwear. I do want to take my nice shoes, these, because I've hardly worn them. And because we're going to go out for dinner on Friday night, which is my husband's birthday, we're going to a really nice restaurant. I would like to dress up a bit for that. Otherwise, I'm going to be quite cash. And in terms of my footwear, I think I'm going to travel in these trainers from Marks, which are super comfortable. I know they could be a little bit old lady-like, but I'm going to wear them anyway because they're super comfortable. And then I'll take my Puma Palermos as well, which I'll wear during the day. I'm going to give them all a good spray before I go, of course, to make sure that they're protected from the wet if at all possible. I'll also take my Baker Boy style hat and my Whistles quilted jacket because they will keep me warm and keep the rain off my hair, which I've just washed. And since I've had my hair cut last week, this brush has been really good. So both times I've washed and brushed my hair since I had it done, my hair's come out really well with it. I mean, I know it was 385 or 285? 285, I think. Anyway, whatever it was, I'll put the details down below for you. It was ridiculously expensive, but it does seem to be giving my hair a really good blow dry, and I haven't actually even used my straighteners on the top. And it's looking fairly sleek. It's a tiny bit fuzzy on the top, but I don't think it's too bad, do you? So in terms of makeup, I'm only going to take one skin tint, one blusher, one bronzer. I'm not going to take a load of stuff because I really need to keep it minimalist in terms of because I'm only taking a small case. And also I'm probably going to buy some stuff there as well. In terms of eye makeup, I may just take an eye pencil and an eye stick. I think that'll probably do, and one mascara, probably a couple of lipstick, maybe a daytime lipstick and a nighttime lipstick, and one lip pencil, and I think that'll do me. I'm also probably only going to take a couple of crossbody bags, but the Uniqlo ones, the ones that are very, very light. They're kind of not canvas, but that's sort of that very light material, because I don't want to be carrying any heavy bags, and given the weather's going to be wet, I don't really want to take anything leather. So probably what I'll do now is I'm going to check the outfits. I'm just going to model them. So I'll model them for you, and then by modeling them, I'll decide which ones I think are worth taking. But it is going to be a sort of black and white or black and cream aesthetic. So let's crack on with the clothes choices. So I thought for the birthday evening, that's tomorrow night, I might wear this plisse top and trousers I got a couple of years ago from Uniqlo with the shoes. So what do we think of this? So we've got the shoes and the bag. Now the other alternative is this black shirt, which is also from Uniqlo. And I really like the length of it. And I think it's not, sorry, I'm eating my hair. I think it's not too bad with the black plisse trousers. What do we think? I love the shape of this shirt, and it's exactly the right length for me, which is so unusual for me to find a boxy shape that hits me exactly where I want it to, rather than being either a crop or too long. So what do we think of that? Let me just try it with the bag. I mean, I'm saying what do we think? I'll have worn them by the time you see this video, but it'll give you an idea. Oh, so I'm standing on my wire there. So that's a possibility as well. Yeah, I'm quite liking that. Let me just look in the mirror. Oh yeah, I think that looks nice. It doesn't look like I'm trying too hard, does it? I don't know, I sometimes wonder about that, but I love these shoes so much. I just really want to wear them. So yes, I think that's, in fact, I'm wondering, you know, whether this would be better than the short sleeve top. I think we might go for this for tomorrow night. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And then I think for, where are we, Saturday night, I could wear this. So that's the cream trousers from Whistles, Uniqlo, no, weekday t-shirt, which I know needs a bit of an iron or a steam. These Puma Palermos and the cream bag. And I could wear the black jacket because we've got a bit of black in the trainers. Okay, so that's 2 outfits. We've got the black outfit for Friday, the cream outfit for Saturday. And then I'm going to wear a black pair of quince linen trousers with a jumper, because in the daytime we've got 2.5 whole days wandering about, so we're going to need a jumper, I think. So maybe I'll take the cream jumper. I'm going to wear that anyway, which of course I could wear with these as well. And then I think I'll take the greige. I know it's not the most attractive colour. Let me just show you. This is the greige. This is the cream. So we've got these 2 jumpers. I'm going to wear one of these. I'm not sure which one yet. And the other thing is this is the cream Uniqlo jacket. Now I'm just wondering whether I'm overdoing things here. I'm going to have to see whether I can even get everything in the case. But that's the plan anyway. So once I'm there, I like to have a choice. I don't really like to be tied down to any particular thing because it all depends on the weather. I should probably put a short sleeve t-shirt in as well, just in case it does actually warm up. So I think I'll put a white short sleeve t-shirt in as well. I don't know, am I overdoing it? I always overdo it. I'm trying to keep the amount I put in the case down, but it never quite works out that way. Anyway, we'll see how it works out, and I better go and put some makeup on because we're leaving in an hour and a half. So if I don't see you before I go to Paris, I'll see you when I'm in Paris. Right, just about to go. So I've got my quince linen trousers on, my greige jumper from H&M, which I've tucked in at the back so that it isn't too baggy. Uniqlo bag, mango copy of the pliage bag by Longchamp, M&S trainers, and I'll get my jacket from downstairs and my hat because it's still raining, and I've got a brolly as well. So all ready to go, all very excited. See you in Paris. Having arrived in Paris quite late, I managed to get tickets while I was still on the train to Notre Dame, which was really good because although you don't have to pay to go in, the idea is that it helps you to skip the queues, but actually there were no queues, and by the time we arrived it was actually 9:15 in the evening. But as you can see, it was still busy but not too busy. So Notre Dame is still being worked on the outside, but inside it's all done. The fire in 2019 caused serious damage and it closed the cathedral for extensive and very costly repairs. It only reopened in late 2024, but they've done a fantastic job. Now, if you haven't been to Paris before, Notre Dame is very conveniently situated on the Ile Saint-Louis, which is in the middle of the Seine, but very accessible from either the right bank or the left bank. It's considered to be one of the finest examples of French Gothic architecture. The construction started in the mid-1100s and was completed about 100 years later. It really is a magnificent piece of architecture, not just from the outside with its flying buttresses, which you can't see quite so well at the moment as the repairs are still going on, but inside it's just absolutely stunning, and we're so glad we managed to get there in time to see it. Good morning, I am in Paris. Now I'm on the hunt for a decent coffee. Unfortunately Starbucks didn't seem to have espresso on the menu, and I do like a strong coffee. So I'm going to see if I can find one, and the good thing is that the rain has stopped. So I'm going to see, get run over, so I'm going to see if I can find a coffee shop. There's certainly lots of nice boulangerie, but we are going to have breakfast in the hotel today. Although, do you know, I'm tempted to buy a couple of croissants anyway, just to be on the safe side in case the croissants aren't much cop at the hotel. So it's certainly very lively. This is an amazingly handy neighbourhood that we're staying in. We're right on the edge of the Marais, and this is the Rue de Rivoli, or the continuation of the Rue de Rivoli, which is a big main thoroughfare, which I think I'm right in saying runs all the way up to the Champs-Élysées. So it's a really well placed area. Oh my gosh, I've just the trees have just deposited some huge raindrops on my head. So today we are probably going to get, I'm all wet now. Today we'll probably do a boat trip on the Seine. And then we've got dinner tonight booked, but apart from that we haven't got any other plans, and tomorrow it's going to be wet again. So I think what we'll do is tomorrow I will do my shopping. I'll do my Sephora and probably La Samaritaine, which is a fantastic old department store which has had a big renovation a few years ago, I think. So probably do that tomorrow. Right, so I'm going to go off now and see if I can find a decent coffee, and I'll take one back to my husband, who I assume will just be waking up now, and I'll see you a bit later. After breakfast, we went for a wander around the Place des Vosges, and particularly in the pavilions, which is where all the art galleries are to be found. It's really quite an arty area, actually, the Marais, and this particular area has a lot of art galleries, although there didn't seem to be that many people in there buying anything. Then, as we were wandering around the Marais district, we discovered a museum called the Carnavalet, which is dedicated to the history of Paris. We decided just to go to the second floor to see the French Revolution artefacts and paintings, which included a replica of the Bastille, which was the castle stormed by revolutionaries on the 14th of July 1789. Now, right on the edge of the Marais district is the Pompidou Centre, and this is a modern building, as you can see, very modern indeed, built, or at least modern, in the 1960s and 70s. It was actually opened in 1977, and it houses modern art and a library, but it's actually closed until 2030 for extensive renovations. It is a very unusual building, and it was partly designed by Richard Rogers, a British architect. It'll be really interesting to see what they do with the renovations and how much of the exterior they keep, and what they do to the interior as well, which is cavernous from memory. And I spotted quite a few mini skirts on the streets of Paris, by the way, but I don't think I'll be following that fashion. Now here I'm getting ready to go out for dinner with my husband for his birthday. We went to a restaurant called Chez Julien, which was recommended by a friend, and it was right by the river on the north bank, and it was absolutely beautiful. So I wore what I had planned to wear, the black Uniqlo shirt and the black plisse trousers and a cream jacket and the famous shoes. It's just gone 11 and it's Saturday, and I'm in Paris, and there's a little carousel going on behind me in the main street in the Rue de Rivoli, which is very cute. It's very busy. All families are out. Lots of families out today. Quite a few tourists as well. And the weather is okay. It's probably about 18, 19 degrees. It's not very warm. But I've got a long sleeve t-shirt on and my quilted jacket and my linen trousers. Sorry, I'm just looking around me to make sure that you don't get run over. You need to have your wits about you, because as in every city, the cyclists don't take a huge amount of notice of the green signs to stop at the traffic lights. So you do have to be a bit careful. I must say I'm really enjoying this area, the Marais, which is quite different from where we usually stay on the left bank, in Saint-Germain-des-Prés, and that sort of area, which is very studenty. I mean, it's lovely, I really like it, but it's much busier. This is less busy, and although the main street is quite busy, the streets off it are quieter. And it is a really lovely area, and you'll certainly never go hungry or thirsty, although probably that can be said of the whole of Paris. So I'm on my way to the La Samaritaine, which is a lovely old department store by the river, by the Pont Neuf, which has been recently renovated. Well, fairly recently, I think. So I'm going to go and check that out and see what it's got in store. I've had a look on their site, and it's very summer focused, and actually it mentions that it's got some K-beauty products like Beauty of Josian, so that'll be interesting because I've not actually seen any of those in a store before. So looking forward to seeing that. I've also got a little shopping list to go to Sephora later. I've also got a little shopping list for Sephora, but of course I'm just going to enjoy having a really good browse in Sephora, and I'm going to the one on the Champs-Elysees, I've decided, because it is the largest in Paris, I think I'm right in saying, and I haven't been to a huge one for a very long time. So that's what we're going to do. So I will hopefully be able to film in La Samaritaine and in Sephora, but I can't promise because I do feel a bit self-conscious in filming in shops, because some assistants tend to spot you and they think, well, what's she doing? Is she a bit dodgy? So I'm going to crack on, get to La Samaritaine, which should take me about 20 minutes, I think. I'll see you there. Good morning, it is Sunday and I have just got up and I'm going to Starbucks to get myself a coffee. It's cool, or at least the wind is quite cool, but it's a nice day. It's going to be warm today, but this is the day we're leaving. It's Sunday. I'm going to get a coffee and then I'm going to pick one up for my husband, take it back to the room, and then we will go and have some breakfast. I think we're going to go back to the same place we had breakfast yesterday, which was absolutely fab. I had a tartine and I had freshly squeezed orange juice, which was amazing. And then we will get a taxi to the Gare du Nord and back to London. Now let me just show you what's going on across the road. There is a market all the way along the Rue de Rivoli, but it looks like a classic French market of knickknacks. I can't see any food. I think it's all bric-a-brac or brocante as they call it in France. So I quite like the clothes, second-hand clothes. I probably won't go and have a look, so I think we're going to run out of time, and actually, if I'm honest, I can't see anything that's attracting me at the moment, but it is early days. It's only, what time is it? It's about 8:20 in the morning. But look, the sky is blue. We've been so lucky with the weather, because although it did rain a little bit last night, the rest of the day it was absolutely fine. So I'm going to pop into Starbucks now that I've worked out what to order in Starbucks. It took me a while to find the coffee I wanted that was strong enough for me, but a double espresso with a little bit of milk seems to do the trick. So I will see you later. Good evening. It's Sunday evening. We got back from Paris this afternoon at about 2:30, and I've just been pottering around since then, lolling about. I felt a bit tired, even though the journey was really straightforward. It was only 2 hours 20, but there's all that sort of preamble where you've got to go through security and passport control, etc., etc. So there was quite a lot of hanging about, but we arrived safely. It was all good. And I was going to talk to you, or at least show you, one of the products that I bought in Paris. And I only bought 2 cosmetic products. That's all I bought because I was really disappointed in Sephora. I don't think it was anything better than we might find here, although it's true I haven't been to either of the Sephoras in London because they're quite a way away from where I live. But I wasn't really impressed with the big one on the Champs-Élysées, and I wasn't particularly impressed with the smaller one either. I thought the ones in the States were actually better. So a bit disappointed there, especially with the choice of products, although they do sell Beauty of Joseon, and this was one of the products that I actually didn't buy in Sephora. I bought this in La Samaritaine, and I bought this, and it's a box of masks. And I was actually going to open today's vlog with me wearing this mask, but actually you have to wear them for 3 to 4 hours to see any benefit. So it says on the back, and I didn't notice that when I bought it. So I will show you that one day, although do I really want to wear a mask for 3 to 4 hours? I don't know. Anyway, that's why I'm naked of face, because when I got back, I had a shower and washed my hair. And I was going to put the mask on, but I'm afraid that's not going to happen now because it's 10 o'clock and I'm going to go to bed soon. But yes, going back to why I didn't buy anything, I just didn't find any cosmetics that I was interested in. And in fact, I was going to look for the Ciel skin tint, which a lot of people have been raving about, but I couldn't find the brand Ciel in Sephora, so I had to give that one up. And there just wasn't anything that really excited me, so I've come home almost empty-handed. The only other product I bought was a Beauty of Joseon cleanser, which I'll show you another time. So didn't buy anything very interesting, but had a fantastic time, really enjoyed it, loved staying in the Marais, highly recommend that area, much closer to everything that we wanted to do, easier to walk around, still close to the centre. The weather was okay. We had some rain, we had some shine, we had a bit of a mixture, but it was fine. It was okay. It wasn't freezing cold or anything. And one of the things we did when we got back tonight was to watch the final of the French Open between Alcaraz and Sinner, and that was really exciting. And then we just had some pasta, glass of wine. We've just watched The Gold, and it's the second series of the series about the Brinks-Mat robbery, which, if you're not familiar with that, in the UK it was the largest gold bullion robbery ever. And so this week, this coming week, is going to be very busy because we've got the removal guys coming to quote for doing our removals if we exchange contracts in the next couple of weeks. Fingers crossed. We haven't yet on our home sale and purchase, but we need to at least get a quote and find out sort of what the logistics are of moving us from here to Suffolk. So they're coming on Tuesday, so I'm trying to write this plan. I have written it, but I haven't finished it yet, of what we want to take to the new house, what we want to store, and what we want to declutter. So I'm going to be doing that this week. Well, tomorrow really, tomorrow evening probably, because I've got to go to work tomorrow. What else have I got this week? Oh, this Friday I'm taking my grandson to see Fiddler on the Roof. I'm so excited about that. Really looking forward to that. I think those are the only plans I've got at the moment, but also the weather is set to be really lovely. And I've got this wedding, not this weekend, but the following weekend, and the weather's looking really good for that at the moment. It's looking like it's going to be 23. So I need to finalise my outfit, which I will do. I think I've got everything I need. Oh no, I haven't got the shawl yet from Quince. I need to get that. That should be delivered soon. I also need to get a bag, which I haven't got yet. So plenty to be getting on with this week. And actually the other thing I need to do is work out my makeup for the wedding. So that'll be coming up in the next week or so. And I think that's everything. So I really hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I had a wonderful time in Paris. Highly recommend it as a city to visit if you haven't visited. Do let me know in the comments what you think. Have you been to Paris? Did you stay in the Marais, or what was your favourite area? And also let me know what other vlogs you'd like me to do. Are there any particular areas of London you'd like me to take you to? So that's it. Please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave if you haven't already. And if you'd like to hear more from me, I have a bi-monthly newsletter. And in that, I don't just talk about travel, I talk about beauty, fashion, lifestyle, music, books, podcasts, and all the other bits and bobs that bring us joy. And thank you so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me, it really does. And I hope you're all doing really well. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye!